what you talking about. There's no something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slow.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So that a nightmarish start to a football game as they give the ball away on the opening kickoff.
And they put their defense in a bind right away. They have to go into protect mode.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Well, this defense for the Lions very strong in that victory a week ago.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Hall again. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. They'll set up the screen for Hall. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
They'll run with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Goff. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A very solid gain of 27. That last pass might be one he remembers, Charles. He's now over 40,000 career passing yards.
And just think of the evolution of the passing game in the NFL. 40,000 at one time, was unthinkable. No one thought anyone would ever get there. Now, how many guys have done it in the NFL?
Yeah, right around 20.
So we're talking a good number that have gotten that done, throwing the ball downfield. He's got a lot to be proud of and a lot more left to accomplish.
They'll run for the first time with a speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Lions at 7-3 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Back to throw, Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You talk about this Jets defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Now Goff. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will stay at a 7-point game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
A good first down call as the screenplay gets them 9.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid game.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. You talk about this Jets defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Goff now looks to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. The first of 3 on this Thanksgiving. Glad to have you along on this holiday. And we begin right here in the Motor City. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Lions punt team now. That's not going to work out as planned. This is going to be down on this side of midfield. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll come. Now a loose football. The Lions have got it. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
Here's Jack Fox now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to set.
Brees Hall! He's to the 40, to the 20. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 73 yards. Touchdown, Jets.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, it's Williams. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Here's their punter now, as he's on to punt for Detroit. And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They send him right out of the slot. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. Quick throw, grabbed by Wilson.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. Third and long. They'll look to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Slot receiver, headed right. On the handoff, here comes Hall. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll set up the screen to Hall. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up. On now comes the punt team for the Jets, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop it.
He'll let this one go long for Williams. It is a big play there for the Lions. Pick up of 46 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
And he's into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. His 12th touchdown of the year.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Down the field, he's got Corley. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Here's Hall. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Another run here with Hall. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. Now, faking the give. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Lions first down.
Remember, Mike, he's already had a touchdown earlier in the first quarter, and at the way this game has started off, it looks like this defense is going to have their hands full stopping this guy.
And this throw batted away and incomplete. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. From the gun, it's Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. Goff hooking up with his tight end Laporta, and they give the Lions a first down. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. He'll go right back to Laporta. And he's going to be brought down on what? From the 1-yard line, first down and goal. Here's Gibbs. And he can't get there. You'll force him out of bounds back at the 2.
Conventional wisdom tells you this close to the goal line, just pound it in and go vertical. But they try to make this a foot race to the pylon. He runs out of room. He's forced out of bounds. What a big stop by this defense.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
You work all week on these goal-to-go situations. You got to have it. You've got to take advantage when you're down this close, and not exactly an ideal sequence. Run game stuffed. Then you go to the air, and your protection can't hold up. Now you've got to try to find something here on third and goal, and what was once a promising drive could end up being a bit of a...
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Amon-Ra, safe grab. Touchdown, Lions. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. First and 10. Going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They put Wilson in motion. They'll go again with Hall. And he's going to take this past the 45. And that's good enough for a first down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass. And I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Back to throw. That is intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
Goff in the pistol. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing, Goff. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
The Lions called their first timeout. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now, Goff. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it first down. Here's Gibbs. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
One more time, they tried Gibbs. And he's going to get this down to the 10-yard line. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Tiger.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. Play 7 of the drive coming up, and it's 3rd and goal. Goff. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down. It's always a little bit of a letdown. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. He'll look to... the ball's out. The Lions have got it. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. Well, Greg, they were playing with fire. He lost the ball once. This time it is not only fumbled, but returned for a touchdown by the defense.
Yeah, now you're starting to sense a little bit of a trend here, Mike. I mean...
And this one is blocked. Big opening up the middle. Inside the 40. And he's going to take this one back all the way. Disastrous. The blocked extra point leads to 2 for the defense instead of 1 for the offense. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. At their own 34-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jair Alexander is there to bat that one away.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
Back to the air once more on 2nd. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And he is going to score! A pick 6 for the touchdown. And they extend the lead. The defense joining the party. A pick 6 for a touchdown. Greg, they are extending this lead out.
Yeah, now you've just seen both sides just make their impact felt here in the first half. The offense has done their part, and now it's the defense that is able to capitalize on the turnover and take it all the way back for the pick 6.
The extra point is good. And the Lions add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. The return starts from the 5. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Right back to the air following that pick six. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Carlton Davis there defensively to break that one up.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Back to the air one more time. He'll air it out deep for Wilson. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. He'll find Hall out of the backfield. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Here comes a return from the 3. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's 1st and 10. A give. Here's Hall. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. What that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones. And if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
So after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
To return is Williams. And he looks up, and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Goff to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. 13 yards on the catch there. 1st down, Detroit.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. To throw is Goff. And that is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They put Wilson in motion. They will run it over center with Hall. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. A pass caught right side by Conklin. Whoa. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line.
A 39-yard gain on the play. 1st down and 10.
It's 1st down, and it's Paul. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Give left side. Here comes Hall. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll look to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think at this point in the game, prior to that 3rd down call, the coach is telling his quarterback, hey, you got 2 downs. This is 4 down territory, but that last completion, I think, saves him from having to make that decision, at least for the time being, barring any penalties. Now, they got 3 or 4 plays to try to end this one with a touchdown.
Five yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. They'll run. It's Hall. He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And he's going to get him a 1st down. The tackle made up around the 20-yard line. From the gun, here's Gibbs. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Second down and 3. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
The Lions will punt this ball away, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. Oh, no fair catch, and he pays the price. Big shot to make sure this return didn't even get started. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. To the outside, complete. It's Wilson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Terrion Arnold.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
A run here with Gibbs. And a minimal gain there up to the 17-yard line.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 17-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They need the 24-yard line as they come up for 3rd down. It is caught left side by St. Brown. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Putting the tight end in motion. RPO, quick throw, grabbed by Wilson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the 2nd half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
To the air now on 1st and 10. And more of the same. Another interception. And the Lions will take over at their own 14-yard line.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Goff down to a knee. And that should be the final act in this one. So it's a win here for the Lions. And they will get a little extra time to enjoy it on this holiday weekend as they get the job done here on Thanksgiving. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.